Alright, let's go ahead and create a nice grainy gradient. I like to use 3 colors for my gradients, and if you need inspiration, just look to nature. Look where gradients naturally occur in nature and choose your colors from that. A good example would be this sunset photo here. So I've kind of picked my colors already, but let me just show you how I would do this. So I would just go ahead and grab this swatch, hit I on my keyboard for the eyedropper, and then I would just eyedrop certain parts of the image that I like. Just like that. Now, as you can see, these look pretty desaturated and not great, so let me show you how to make these a little poppier. Just go ahead and select a swatch and then go up to the color tab, and you want to be on the HSB sliders. So you just click the menu, choose HSB here, and that stands for hue, saturation, and brightness. So for this one, I want the brightness to be 100, and then I'll just saturate it so it gets to be something like that. It's pretty nice. So as you can see, those colors are looking a lot better now. Let's just grab those, hit Command C to copy them, go over to Photoshop and hit Command V to paste these in here. So we're going to work off this bottom layer here. I'll just click the lock icon to unlock it. I'll double click the layer to bring up our layer style, and then boom, gradient overlay. I'll select that. So from here, there's a bunch of different options. I only really mess with this style one. Let me just show you an example. So you can choose like a linear gradient, radial gradient, etc. I like to do this angle one. Actually, it looks a little funky now, but just wait, we're going to fix this harsh line. And then we just need to pick our colors. So just click on this, and then it gives you these stops here. You can just click this, and then boom, use the eyedropper to eyedrop your swatches. So we have that there. I'll just go ahead and delete our palette. Now, we're going to get rid of this harsh line, but in order to do that, we need to come down to our layer, right-click it, and do rasterize layer style. Basically, that just flattens it. While we're down here, let's right-click it again and convert it to a smart object. Now that we have our smart object with that layer selected, let's come up here, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. And boom, you just want to blur enough where that line kind of disappears. I've found for the size image I'm doing, right around 200 pixels feels pretty good. You can go higher as well. And I think this already looks awesome, but let's add a little grain to it. So you just go filter, noise, and add noise. So from here, you can see that just worked, but you want to make sure you choose uniform and monochromatic. Monochromatic's the really important setting here, because if you don't have it, it'll just be all kinds of colors and it look a little weird. So uniform, monochromatic. I think 5 looks good for this, but you know, for the sake of the YouTube video, let's bump it up to like 10, just so we make sure it shows up on screen. So I'll hit OK. Now that noise kind of does a couple things. A, I just think it looks cool, but B, it helps to cover up any imperfections in your gradient. Sometimes you can get like weird banding or rings in your gradient that don't look pleasant. So adding some noise can just cover that stuff up. And here is our final gradient. I think it looks pretty sweet. That's going to do it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me over on Instagram, where I post short tips and tricks about design. I'll see you next time.